In making these little doodads that I make, coffee tables and whatnot, oftentimes have to make patterns, and those are for inlays. To make a pattern, I sometimes start with an old pattern and then make all of my hin scratches on here likewise, like that. These all are going to be inlays, and so they all have to be cut out. This has to be reliefed down a 1/4 inch or so, all of those. And to do that, I use a router with a collar. This collar is necessary in order to allow for the inlay to be appropriate size for the hole. And so I have to make a pattern. So I have to cut all of these out so that I can make a piece that'll inset into there. I've numbered them, and that's a lot of patterns. There's 14 of them that I have to cut out for this. I kind of make work for myself, but it's a pattern within a pattern. So that's how that goes. Not necessarily a terrible job, but it's a job that has to be done in order to get the look that I want. Each one of these is specifically sized, so I have to cut them all out. All right. Next, I got to drill some holes. Each one of these will get a hole, so I can use this little guy in there and trim all that out. I'll show you that after I get it done. As promised, I have finally cut out all of those little patterns. Man, that was a lot more work than I expected, but these are what we have to do in order to get an inlay. All of these correspond to these marks. I think I'm going to renumber them outside the part that's going to get removed, because these are a little confusing for me. Yeah, all that's going to get lost, so 14 of them. All right, next step is to use the pattern like this with the inlay bit and cut that material out of there. So I'll screw this down or clamp it down or use weights on it or something to keep it immobile, and go from there. All right. I think I'll use some screws. Yeah, I probably should use screws, because anything else could just get wiggled around. I sometimes use 40 pounds of weight on there, but periodically that 40 pounds can shift, you know, just a little bit, and everything looks cattywampus. All right, thanks. Well, a lot of work later. I haven't shown you all the work, but you can kind of grasp the amount of it by the number of holes. These are all patterns that I had to cut, and they correspond to these places where the inlay is going to take place. And then I had to make the inlays. These still need to be cut out and sanded to the edge, and those holes need to be chiseled and cleaned up, and then these need to be fitted one at a time into those holes. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do this kind of artwork. But same thing will happen here. These need to be tuned up enough to get them to slide in nicely so that there's room for glue. I've got 3 of those I got to put in across the middle here to tighten up this hinge, because that's a real wiggly hinge there. So next is bandsaw work and sanding. Probably won't show you that either, but maybe some of the glue up when I get ready to put these in. All right. Well, I finally got all the inlays in, and I have gotten the butterflies installed, and it seems like it's coming along as I expected. Still have to pull out this bark pocket and replace that with either turquoise or resin. I'm contemplating putting turquoise down this center beam here. I think that would look amazing. I like how it's come together. Got red gum here and just one little thing of black walnut there. Just kind of a little accent. I kind of like how it's going so far. A little live edge thing here. A lot of sanding to do. Tomorrow I'll do the sanding and decide if I'm going to put turquoise in this crack. That's an awful lot of crack filled with turquoise. Not sure if that would be advisable or not. That takes an awful lot of my turquoise. Usually I fill that kind of thing with black and save the turquoise for smaller inlays because it's kind of a hard substance to come by. Anyway, I'm going to sand this out tomorrow and make that decision. I'll pull this bark pocket out as well. Alright, thanks for watching. And after doing the initial 50 grit sanding, I decided to forego a massive turquoise inlay for just kind of some spots. And then I put resin and coffee in those big voids. I think I'm just going to leave this open and just sand it clean a little bit. And I've got the 50 grit sanded and it's pretty flush, but I'm still waiting for my resin and stuff to dry, so I'm going to give it a little time. I've got my Mylar dams put up so that I don't get leakage down the side and waste my resin. Anyway, give it an hour, take a break. There's my turquoise right there, and in here somewhere. Anyway, I will get back to you in a bit.